Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. This has been a lot of fun. We are trying to hold off the Germans as they plunge deep into Russia as they did historically, and I am feeling the heat. There is a lot of pressure. Um, yeah, there's just a lot of pressure. Though at least other places in the world are holding up a little bit better. Africa is about to be worse for wear, I imagine. India still being held. Not for very long. The British fleet in the Med was sunk, but we've recovered and actually liberated France just for a moment. And meanwhile, Alaska was recovered, and the Japanese have been putting a lot of pressure on places. But we're trying to screw with them by floating this submarine around. Though, I'm really worried about losing Africa. Oh, and also we dealt with the U-boat fleet. They had 3 U-boats all in one place, so we decided to spend our time crushing them and letting them continue their pressure on Russia, which time will tell if it was the right call. Russian production. We would like to buy, and we are broke. And by broke, I mean our back's about to be broke. So we need to buy as much infantry as we can. Just send the bodies forward. That is our strength. Our strength is our numbers. We'll send as much infantry as we can into the Caucasus. West Russia will be dealt with by some planes. Sending an additional plane won't help. I'm very afraid of them sending in their stuff, but I don't think that they have the infantry to take the Caucasus. They'd be losing tanks so quickly if they attacked. So what we'll do is we'll attack Xinjiang with a plane. Now this is bad. Basically, it's really bad. Because yes, we'll take Xinjiang. The Japanese are very likely going to counterattack in kind with plenty of air force coming down to crush our men. And there's nothing to back up Yakut. So we're losing the Far East very quickly. We're losing the West very quickly. And we're losing a lot. Let's go into the attacks and see what happens. So in West Russia, the enemy killed one of ours, and we killed one of theirs. And then in Xinjiang, these are only one infantry defending has a 1/3 chance of killing, and they are absolutely rolling well and bleeding us dry on these attacks. We were hopefully trying to get one of those 2 places for free. We did not. So we can only deploy 4 infantry here, so we're up to 20. 20 guys in one province, and then only 5 in Russia. So if the Germans press Archangel West Russia, meanwhile the Japanese start flowing through Yakut and Xinjiang, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. And you can notice since Xinjiang began the game in possession of the Americans started with China Xinjiang to denote their relationship, I guess. When an allied player on the same turn or team takes it, it actually goes back to the owner, which in this case is America. Though, if America doesn't have it at the end of their turn because the Japanese take it in between, they'll never see the profits from that land. But anyways, I hope that was good enough. We're only collecting $22 now. My God. The German factory was damaged. Oh, and now they're blitzing Africa. They're taking Norway. And they're taking all of Russia, it seems. Oh, we're being pushed to the brink. Oh my God, just so many casualties. And now they're moving. They've got 9 tanks in Archangel? Are you insane? 9 German tanks in Archangel. That is just terrifying. How? What are we going to do? Oh no. That's quite nasty. Okay. So the British are going to come into this bay on their turn, and they're going to drop troops in both Western Russia, not West Europe. No, maybe Karelia and Norway is the best combination because we have 3 convoys. We can drop in multiple places. Yikes! 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 So we need another transport for sure. And next turn we want to be able to drop 4 boats of people, which could be tanks. 3 men and 5 men and 3 tanks. I think that works well. Now, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the bomber could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no way, or 5, 6. There's no way for the bomber to hit this C zone, which is where I plan on putting this new transport. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we take Norway, so taking Norway is critical. Oh, undo, please. We are going to bring our heavy equipment and our infantry. We're going to move it all over here. Also, just for safety, we will put a cruiser in here. Oh, I forgot that we had so much extra infantry from before. I'm overbuilding the army. So if we deploy an artillery here, a tank, 2 men here, what does that look like? That's a hit and something. That's almost 2 hits. I hate not taking Western Europe, but by taking Karelia, we prevent the Germans from being able to counterattack and blow up any tanks we have surviving. In Transjordan, we can attack them using the tank, and that should set them back just a wee bit. And then we can move up to Kenya to try and hold them off. This will give up India to the Japanese, but I think the Japanese can take it if they want it anyway. And at least this prevents the really the way that we're going to win this. We can't destroy Japan. They're too much of a maritime power at this stage in the game, especially with the Americans focused on Germany. Our plan is very much to contain Germany into a little box and crush it. Just pop it. But it's so difficult when they're dropping 10 to 15 dudes, tanks. It's very, very difficult. But yeah, that's all the British have, other than this submarine. But there's nowhere for this sub really to go. I'm going to put it in Japan and submerge. I'm not going to attack the enemy. Just so if they move these transports anywhere, we can follow them. And if they don't have defense, we'll sink them. So there we go. Conduct naval bombardment. Yes. I would like you to bomb Karelia. Or Norway is the more important battle. So let's see Norway right away. Our boat hit. Oh, yeah. There we go. We killed them all at once because our naval bombardment hit, and then our Air Force was able to swoop in. Karelia, we also have a guaranteed hit, and they did not get a return. That goes back to Russia because they began the game with it. And then Transjordan. They missed us on the roll of 4 or better. So we actually destroyed all of their troops without losing any. And then we're going to submerge in the C zone here. So unless they get a destroyer, which they probably will, because we did this, we can harass them. If they do buy a destroyer, then they'll be able to sink us next turn. Whoop-de-doo. If we force them to buy even more boats, then what they really want to do is keep building factories on the mainland and pressuring us to try and get troops downrange and kill us. Okay. So now the British have to move their planes back, which we will do. And the Germans could attack us with their Air Force. 1, 2, 3, 4 planes. I don't think 4 planes beats 2 planes, a battleship, a destroyer, and an aircraft carrier. If it does, and we lose our fleet, we're in trouble. But I hope it doesn't, because these 3 transports are a mighty prize at this point in the game. Okay. Uh-oh. I completely screwed up this game. Rats. So you can only, in the UK, drop 8 units. So because I bought 9, 3 of our dollars are going to go to waste. That's not good. That's an oversight on my end. I think they actually warned me about it. I just have a really bad time of instantly clicking. Oh, they want to go back to Alaska. Uh-oh. I really don't want to be fighting with them over Alaska. Did they not take India? I'm sorry, no, somebody explain how I still own India. Combat. Were we the lucky? They attacked in Yakut. The casualties were 1 and 1. They attacked in Alaska. The casualties was our tank. And then they attacked in India. The casualties was a tank and a man? What? Our single infantry killed the tank and the man, but he went out fighting and it's alive. And now the Japanese have nothing nearby with which to do their thing. So they did leave a destroyer here. Very interesting. Interesting indeed. Rats. We don't actually have enough to take Alaska back this turn, which is annoying. I'm kind of okay with it, though, because we have a lot of things that we're going to keep shoving into Algeria / Western Europe when we have a chance. We need to liberate Africa with the Americans, and then from there pivot into beating down the Germans. So, how do we do this? Well, we need more stuff in Western United States. We need more infantry in general. We're going to need another transport, because we'll have those 2 transports coming back and a 3rd transport. This seems fine. This seems fine. American production done. So, oh, these 2 transports we could send further along, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think we want to keep them there. All these Americans can move up. Start liberating Africa. We'll send these back. This 1, 2, 3, and then another 1, 2. And because the battleship has now gotten together with the rest of our stuff, I think that we are safe to let this fighter unite with this fighter. What's our... I need to know what our buy is. I need to know how much we're dropping. We could drop 2 tanks and an infantry in Western United States. Okay, let's do that then. Because they can take Western Canada. That's fine. They could run away. I'm not sure what they'll do. But I definitely don't want them getting 10 income from owning Western United States at the end of their turn. That would be a disaster. Okay. American non-combat. There is no non-combat. Done. So we need another transport here. We'll put 6 infantry. And then we'll put an infantry, 2 tanks. So wherever these units go, we will blitz and blow them up with our planes. They're wasting their time attacking the Western United States. I know it's causing me to drop units, but the amount of units, battleships, and stuff that they could be sending to Africa where it matters, or forcing Russia down and making them collapse now is it's insane to be throwing at the United States, which has the industrial power to be able to survive like crazy. I hope you enjoyed that turn. Once again, I had a fantastic time, and I will see you in the next one.